Welcome back. Welcome.
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 Bienvenue. Welcome.
It is the Christmas season, so this is our festive episode. And also, I'm really, really sorry. Apologies for the lack of the words.
I know it has been a weird couple of months, but with travelling, family commitments, different things going on in
Well,
life.
I wouldn't say family commitments. My stepdad wasn't very committed whenever he fucking left us. But do you know, on the funnier side, I was driving along there, rushing to get here, and the song Feliz Navidad came on, and I was going, I miss my stepdad.
Aww.
Feliz no stepdad. La, da, da. No, you have to laugh.
You gotta come for the words, stay for the dark humour.
Stay for the dark humour. Darker than my eyebrows.
Darker than priest socks.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The blackest socks, black truly braille sock, black sock is a
As we say
sock.
in Irish, Shanae on seal. So
What's that mean?
that's it.
That's life.
That's this life.
That's life. And what's Christmas?
Nulla Cunaditch.
Nala Hanaditch. Nala Hanad.
Nullig.
Dev.
Nullig. I always say
Well,
Nullig.
Nullig, Hannah, Dave.
Dave.
Do you say Dave?
That's for everybody.
Oh, for everyone. So whenever I'm saying it to someone, I'll be like,
Ditch.
Nulla Cunaditch.
To
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But
And
to
then
everybody,
Dev
And then
it's
some
Dave.
people say Nulla Hunad do. Is that wrong?
Well, it's Merry Christmas to me.
Nulla Cunadu. Dinky Decker. I love that these are Dinky Deckers, by the way.
Oh, they've changed it. I am trying to learn a wee bit of Irish on the old Duolingo.
Are you?
I am. I'm trying because I'm just trying to get my mind around
No.
the idea of how it works. Because
Yeah.
Irish is a language that doesn't really work like the other languages I speak.
No,
Like, it's very different.
Nicole.
Thank you for doing that.
Mm.
You just said Irish doesn't really work the same way as the other languages that I speak, right?
Mhm.
Do you see people that say it doesn't make any sense, Irish? It
Oh.
really, and sometimes I just stare at them and go, that's because it's a different language.
Yeah, language.
You
It
know-
is a different language.
Oh, but it doesn't make any sense. And you go, but it does once you see the formulations and the patterns of the way that the words and the letters
Once-
sound.
I'm starting to feel like I understand, like things work around. It just works, as I say, it just works differently because, like, in most languages that I speak would be, and if you're a language person, you'll understand, most languages are subject, verb, object. I saw the cat, whereas Irish isn't. Irish is verb, subject, object. So, saw I the cat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Maybe that's why we speak like that then. Like, so I,
says
a
I.
lady with beautiful hair, says
Yeah.
she.
Says
da,
I,
da,
says
da, da,
she.
da. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, do you want to get straight?
Let's get in because
David has
Christmas.
picked the words.
I found this on a really lovely website called Success with Dyslexia, which I thought was
What
great.
a fucking random thing to call it, though.
I know.
Success with
I
dyslexia.
was like, I know I'm not the first person to make this joke, but dyslexia is a really shitty thing to call a disorder where you can't fucking
Like,
spell.
who put the S in
Do you know
lisp?
what I mean? Like, who put the S in list?
Seriously, the S in lisp. And stutter. I mean,
Stutter. It's not right. So we've got two good ones. The first one is this year. If you have been a very good boy, girl, or non-binary person, Santa, Father Christmas, or in Spain.
whoever's lap you would like to
In
sit
the
on.
Spain, it's the three wise men, Los Reyes Magos, the magic.
Oh, yes, that's right. And they don't
kings.
celebrate until the 6th.
Yeah, so they
Of
get
January.
their present. So all of these people, whomever brings your gifts to you,
That ain't an Nullig.
Daddy and Nullig, yes.
Daddy na
Can I
nullig.
tell you, while we're on the subject of,
Danny and Oleg.
yes, and of languages, I love the fact that although I'm not a fluent Irish speaker, obviously, ta couple of fuckle, but sometimes whenever you just like see something and it makes you giggle so hard, and then I've tried to tell like non-Irish speakers this joke and it doesn't work, but it was literally a teacher on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
had said about one of her students. She had gotten a Gucci belt for Christmas, and she came in, and one of her students had said to her, "Oh, Miss, as Gaeliga, obviously, that's a lovely belt, And she said, got that from Daddy na Nullig." And the student went, "More like Daddy na Shukra," right? And I was like, bang, fucking hilarious.
I
Yeah.
have started saying like in my that's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problemet.
Yeah, problem.
Sorry.
Oh my God, that's not a
that's
I
problem.
right.
need to move up, bring that into like a little bit of Hiberno English.
I fucking love that.
Love
Problem
that.
left. Yeah.
So yes, if you
That's so good. Yes, let's hear the word.
so if you're on the nice list this year, whoever brings your presents will arrive Doniferously. They will be Doniferous. So Doniferous. Is anybody? Well, I think we talked about it already. Doniferous means bearing gifts.
I come bearing gifts.
I come bearing gifts. Well, I hope you left the gifts before you came. Get
I
it
love
all.
it.
Get it clean.
Doniferous. I don't know if I want you to do that for us.
Doniferous yourself.
Yeah. I love it.
But so Doniferous, have you everything sorted?
I do and I don't. In that everything is not sorted, but it's okay.
It's okay. What was I going to ask you? How many believers do you have?
I have.
Or do you 4?
I believe.
I believe. I've been saying that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? So obviously, out of the 4, Barry is completely atheist, right? Kai is bordering on. He is atheist, but still going to chapel.
Oh, I mean believers as in Santa.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
What I'm
right.
talking about. He doesn't believe, but he's still letting on. Right?
When you get to
For
an
the
age,
others.
I
Or-
would say 8, 9, 10, you're playing it safe.
He's 9. He's playing it safe. He's like
You
hedging his bets. Do
you
know,
know,
what I mean?
but you're betting both sides.
He's like someone about to do a bungee jump. You're like, I didn't really ever think that this might have been a thing, but I'm willing to believe, suspend for just in case.
Just in case.
Because I'm like, if you don't believe, you don't receive. So obviously, Bob Cohen, he is so cute and he is like fully invested. Obviously, Zeke's turning 3, so he's like a Santa.
Starting to get into the whole thing.
He's starting
Do
to
you
get
have elves on the shelves and things like that?
We fucking do, but I don't move them. My elves on the shelves are lazy, right? They just forget that when Auntie Jess is over, they're very active.
I would imagine
when
like
it's
elves
just
on the
mummy.
shelves in nationalist communities are just seen as touts.
Yeah, they are types.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just another way of
My
like,
elf on the
touting.
shelf might just move from like the shelf to the top of the microwave. That they don't do. See the parents that do all that fucking extra stuff.
They're
Do you
laying
know-
in the toilet and all the stick chocolate around them.
Life hack: if you're watching this
Mm-hmm.
and
Get
you
a fucking
do
life.
not want to do elf on the shelf, do you know what I do?
Well,
I go on Instagram and look for other people's elf on the shelf getting up to mischief in real like places that could be anywhere. You know, it's just like inside a box with like a thing. And I'm like, I don't know where your elf is, but look at the photograph I've just been sent.
right.
And then I just cheat. And I'm like, I
Life
let
hack.
them do the work so I don't have to.
Ah.
And my kids are like, oh, the elf's like locked
you-
up somewhere. Or the elf is like
I
in a
know that-
jar.
I know that I probably would have been that child where I'd have been going like, "Mommy, we don't have that wallpaper."
Yeah.
Do you know?
Do you know I made the ultimate faux pas? And this is the most cute thing. My Coco is obviously, he's only 7.
So he's fully into the belief.
He is on the Santa wagon, right? And he is so obsessed with the elves and then haven't been moving. And he's like, what's going on? But at one stage, there was a time a few months ago where he threw down his iPad. And I have been trying to hammer down on this so the iPad naturally gets taken off him for a set number of days or whatever.
Mhm.
And I said, do you think that me and you, like, do you think that I'm paying good money for that sort of stuff? For you to just treat like that? And he goes, but you didn't. And I was like, I did. That iPad cost like £500 or something like that. And he went, Santa got me that iPad? And I went, did I not get you that for your birthday? And he was like, no, it was a Christmas present. And I was like, oh, it was Kai's that I bought for his birthday. Well, either way, Santa, I know how much that cost.
I know, you've put your kids are shit.
Do you know where I was still? But then at the same time, I was just reminded of how he's just a wee baby.
I
Do you
know,
know what I
yeah.
mean? And I
I
was
know.
like, oh my God.
I remember my friend's wee boy, Josh, if you listen to this, who's now like 22. But I remember him being
Still
like
believe in Santa?
6. Well, I still believe in Santa. No, I remember when he was 6, full, right in the belief stage. And it was the DS. Remember the Nintendo DS was all the go back in that sort of period of time. And he dropped his down the loo. My friend Abby was like, do you know that? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And he was like, because like he was like such a lovely child. He was such a lovely boy. Like he did, and he would have been, just to keep her. Oh, don't worry, mommy. Don't worry, mommy. I can still play games on the TV and on the computer. And she's
no.
at that point. That's not the point. Do you know what they did? They just put it in the box, brought it back to Argos, but that's not working.
Yes! That is the way to do it. I'm sorry, there's no direct victim there. Argos is a multi-billion pound corporation.
Victimless crime.
But here,
Totally fine.
that
But you know, if
happened.
you buy the insurance, you can just change it all year round, regardless.
I know. But that's, I remember I had insurance out on my PSP when I was like younger, right? And
No, Sean. Your mommy and daddy had insurance
they
out on your
did, they
PSP.
did.
Let's not be.
and my nephew broke his PSP, right?
Oh, you did the switcheroo?
And he went and got a new one
Mm-hmm.
using my insurance. And I remember being 10 and being like, hold on a wee minute. I may not be paying for this policy, but I don't.
My policy.
Who do you think you fucking are? Like, you're getting a brand new PSP, and I've been running about with this fucking heap of shit for 2 years.
Oh my
Is
god!
that you shade for 6
Do you
months?
know? Do you know that my brother-in-law, and it is actually quite. You're fully entitled to do it. I mean, if you take out that insurance,
That's what's there for.
like say it's only £3, you know, the way Argos offers it, and the guy in Argos told me to do this, and it has saved me because I took out the insurance on my AirPods. And then, see, regardless of whether or not I need them, by the time the year is up, I will go down and get myself a fresh pair of pods. Because you know the way the sound goes in them and shit like that. Just use it.
I prefer
Fair
the
play,
shaper
Dee.
thing going into your ear. I hate the ones that are like the wee nipples.
Yeah, I got those.
don't
And
fit
they're
in my
crap.
ear.
They don't stay. I have a
Don't stay in
tiny
my-
ear
I have a wee.
and a big mouth. That says a lot about how much I listen and how much I talk. But so if you are Doniferous, right?
Mhm.
Can I just ask a question? Who is the most Doniferous person you know, or the most Doniferous person as a child that you had in the family? You know, where you always have like,
Oh, that's a good question. I would probably say, so now the most Doniferous person I know is my husband.
oh,
He is very, very generous, and he would be like, he will go all out.
yeah.
And
And user dinks, double income, no kids.
double income, no kids. Exactly. So
My sister,
we had two
my
cats.
sister used to be dinks, and now she's dicks because it's double income, couple of kids. She didn't like it when I told
Was
her.
it a sink?
Yeah,
Single income, no kids.
no kids. Oh, hi.
Lonely.
Sink or swim. So yes, he would be quite.
He would go all out. Like, and if he knew that you liked like a certain thing, say he knew you loved Pokemon.
We love
I
him.
don't love Pokemon, but if you love Pokemon, he would get all the wee things. But whenever I was young, yes, my uncle had my granny's brother, my Uncle Bobby was very like, and his wife, my Auntie Una. For a long time, I thought my Auntie Una was my auntie, and my Uncle Bobby was the married in one. But I was like, oh, because she was more like my granny's sister.
Oh really?
So she was just do that way, just the way they got. They
Yeah.
were such good friends because they were together.
Yeah.
They were lesbian lovers.
Yeah, they probably were,
And
probably.
maybe
Could've
Auntie
been.
Una. If Auntie Una lives into this, love you loads. But she was Auntie Una.
We love Auntie Una.
She was just such a wee.
Is she
dote.
UNA or
UNA.
OO? Yeah, we UNA.
DNA.
We
She was
UNA.
like, we loved Auntie Una. She was just a
Oh,
wee
dear,
dote.
love her.
Just she is like an actual wee angel in real life. Do you know what I mean?
I
Like
love
she
those
still
wee
is.
people. You know, do you think that those people still exist, or will we turn into those people? Like, what's the
I
crack
hope
there?
so. I hope like she leaves a legacy because with my two my cousins that she like Myrtle and Janice are also angels. Like they're gorgeous, like lovely people as well. So like she just passed it on down to the generations, and she's like a lovely but she is just a lovely person. She's
And did
just a
she
lovely
get
person.
good gifts?
She would have been. She probably did. I'm thinking of like my nana and all, like getting her gifts. My nana was like, she would have delegated that.
Yeah.
Delegate
Do
that.
you know, like, put it this way, actually, here's a better question.
Right.
Who is the worst when it comes to being Doniferous?
Who
Do you
would
ever
have been
see,
the
like,
tightest?
My friend actually has
What do you mean, for not giving presents or for giving too many
giving the
presents?
shit presents.
Oh right.
Right.
The worst presents.
Like, what's
But
the worst
loads of
present?
them.
What's the worst present you've ever received?
I talked about this earlier. A polishing gun.
A polishing gun?
Yeah, so like it's like a wee sander.
And
You
it
know, like-
polishes your shoes?
No, it polishes like wood. stuff like that.
Did your ma buy you that?
She did.
Was this the same time that you bought you like the Black and Decker fucking thing?
That's
Is that it?
is. Yeah.
What was that
I
about?
was-
Did she think that you
She
were?
saw a bargain. Did you ever see the mas that don't care what it is? They're like, but that's meant
that
to
was
be
like- that
£200
was-
and it was 50 and you're like, but I still don't want it.
Nobody.
That was my big thing.
that was your big present.
That was my big present.
I
When
think
I
there's how
that was
many
the
of you,
first year I
Sean?
left the house.
Your
right?
mum. By the time you're the youngest of how many?
Of 4.
Of 4. I don't know why I thought there was way more than you. More
Because they're
of yous.
Catholics like us. Yeah, we tend to do big families.
So like, I was the first year I left the house, and I was,
No correlation.
He moved out.
So I got this shit present, and then I moved out.
No, he moved out and then got the shit
Oh,
present.
so she thought, right?
Fuck him.
he's a big lad now.
He,
He needs a
you need to.
big
fucking
tool.
sander.
He needs something to polish his wood.
You know, could
That's
you,
this the polish your wood.
Get that round your mahogany fixings.
Oh, my wood does need a polish.
oh my God, is that herringbone?
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
So
God.
I don't know what wood.
Makes
I
me
was
want a
polishing.
hot dog real bad.
You said that with such zealous there.
I'm
So
taking
see,
the
can I
dog,
say that a man is
jackass.
Doniferous if he comes bearing a big gift.
Who?
A man, I'd just be like a
man.
Doniferous man.
He's got a big gift.
It's like
I think
the Doniferous. It's like when you're trying to carry all these gifts and
yeah,
it's
like
full.
your arms are laden with presents.
Oh my god, that'd be
That's like me
great.
with kids.
Using that analogy, then it'd be great for like an erotic novel.
Yeah.
You know, like
I can imagine it
he was-
being used in a Santa's Doniferous
Sack.
pantaloons.
Lord,
Yes.
Lord Tarquin topped her doniferously with his wember.
Yeah, Wemba.
His wember.
he was over encumbered with his piece.
with pork.
Over encumbered. I just got the CUM in there too. And you know,
I was thinking cumber though as well. Over encumbered. You're like,
over-encumbered.
Over encumbered.
picking potatoes. Do you know though? I always think of whenever you read erotica and the
Always embarrassing.
the adjectives that they use though,
Uh-huh.
like turgid,
Turgid. Pulsing.
engorged. No, they don't use turgid actually, but I always think that'd be a good one.
A turgid.
But like pulsing, throbbing.
Throbbing.
And the men always smell of sandalwood and
do.
tobacco smoke or something.
Leather.
And leather and sandalwood. And you're like, really?
It smells like a gay bar.
I licked his sweat and it tasted of sea salt and fucking samphire.
It's like,
And
no,
you're like,
it didn't.
no,
It
it
tasted
didn't.
like fucking Lynx Africa.
Do you remember Lynx Phoenix?
Oh no, I don't remember Lynx Phoenix.
There was Lynx Africa and Lynx, and I have to say, as
You
a
liked it?
37-year-old woman, there is a Lynx effect.
The Lynx effect.
There is, because there's that primal little hormonal teenager in me that'll be walking down Castle Street, and there will be like a junkie walking past me. Could be a junkie with 2 teeth.
Especially at this time of the year because he'll have got us
And he'll
Lynx
have
Africa
stole
gift
Lynx
set.
Africa from some granny, right? And I'll go, it warrants a second look.
Mm-hmm. Or,
when you
or at
smell
least
it.
a sniff.
A wee sniff. You know what I mean?
I would wear. I like.
it.
I like.
There's pheromones
I
in it
like
or
Lynx
something.
Gold or Lynx Black. They've
Ooh.
got like these different ones and they're quite nice.
I didn't
A wee
know.
Lynx. Isn't it? Like, we're the only ones call it Lynx. I think
In
they call
America, it's called
Axe.
Axe.
Axel or Axe?
No, Axe.
AXE. Oh, because in Spain they call it AXA.
Do they?
AXA.
I always found it very humorous.
I'd say everywhere else it's Lays, but here it's
I was
Walkers.
just about to. It happened again.
But it used to be called Jif here.
But it
it's
was
called
dirty. It's Sif.
Sif.
Because in another language, I'm not sure. Do you remember the advertisement when
Oh,
they were
yeah,
changing it?
They
They
talked about that.
interviewed all these people in it was like Holland or
How
something.
do you pronounce this word?
And they were like, "What is this?" And they were going, "Oh, I can't say that.
I can't
It's a
say
dirty
that."
word, you know."
It means I don't know what does Jif mean.
Ons can't say it's the
I can't. Say, oh, I couldn't possibly say.
The Juf.
Das ist so funny. Das ist so schnecklich.
And
I
we-
that's a made up word. I don't even know what that means. I made schnecklich.
And we are
Lustig
on our way
is
to
funny,
the
isn't
sex
it?
club.
Das ist lustig.
I love the German accent. I don't know, there's just something about it that gets me giddy,
you ever see-
especially whenever Shane Todd does it. Have you ever seen whenever like he does a wee clip where he's doing a German accent and I'm just like
Is hers going a wee bit Hitlery at the moment?
that's
Have
what
you
it was
noticed that?
because
was that
somebody
one
was
with Mickey?
saying to him, and no, I think that was ages ago, but he had done something with his hair and then he did the accent and I was like, that's too real.
It is.
But at the same time, it's too good.
It's
Do you know
too
what I mean?
good. I
was like,
feel-
oh,
I feel like he's going to like build like really good roads across Northern Ireland, but
Yeah.
also do genocide.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
You know,
I hope
balance it
you know,
out,
like he
balance
balances
it
it
out.
out.
But you know what? The Irish build good roads. We build good roads everywhere, but in Ireland.
Not in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
You do have. I do have to say, as soon as you get over the border, like the roads start to go. Like you're coming out of Newry, and you're like, yeah, that lovely wee new road, and then you get.
I know.
It
You're
does
like,
get a wee
"Oh,
bit
fuck,
bad. Like,
yeah, you're like, I really hope the suspension on this is okay.
the EU has made the Irish government make Google pay taxes, so there's no excuse for those fucking roads and no
yeah,
NHS.
what the hell?
See, everybody always says this, that the roads in the Free State are shite, but from my experience,
Their motorways are good and they have that good toll. No?
yeah. Now, see if you're out in the West Coast.
And you're allowed to do 85 kilometres per hour, which is actually over the 70 mile per hour we're allowed to do.
Yeah.
It's like 77,
Isn't it? It's great. I was like,
We were on the German autobahn.
The
and it has
Autobahn.
no-
None.
It has no speed limit, and
Yeah.
it was very scary.
That's just the same as here. That's the Mona bypass.
That
It
is
has
the
no
motor
speed.
bypass. There is no speed limit on the motor bypass.
Mm.
Really? Do you know that? Is it true that in Germany, specifically on the Autobahn, if you do crash into someone, the person with the least expensive car is at fault?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like if you're driving a really, really nice Ferrari and like you're involved in a crash.
It's like shoddy Italian engineering.
Do you remember the article?
What
though?
do you expect if you're going to buy Spanish?
Do you remember the article though, where the guy, the dickhead, took like a Ferrari for a test drive
On the Autobahn?
on the
Jeremy Clarkson.
Autobahn, and it had no, what do you call that? Whenever it's a convertible,
No roof
and
on.
he had like €50,000 in cash, and it flew all over the Autobahn. They had to shut the Autobahn down to collect the cash because people were stopping.
And he got 10 of that back.
Uh,
He got 10 grand of that back.
Everyone was lucky.
You like all the wee, what I call all the wee road workers?
I feel like because this is a bad week for us to be doing a quick episode because like
So, we haven't
there's
seen
so
each other.
much to catch up on. For one, all the Greg Wallace shit.
Oh my God! Battery 60
Because
bikes,
this
battery
is the
60.
podcast that we've talked about Greg Wallace being an asshole in the past.
We have
Called it.
called it. Yep, girls. Sorry, but
Yes.
snaps. We called it.
Called
Who knew?
it.
Who knew? Greg
We did.
Wallace was a cunt.
We did.
Can't like him. Couldn't like him if you heard him.
We couldn't like him if you were his man.
And there was us talking about the way he carries on with his kid and all.
I know.
And I don't even feel bad anymore.
And we can't even dwell on it because we've got very little time left in the
have very
episode.
little
So there's a
time
few
left.
things that we need to wrap up on as well. There's
When we do our next work, because I feel like this leads very nicely in, because
let's do it.
this is kind of like the definition of the next word.
Right.
What we're kind of doing in a metaphorical way. Quickly.
So what is this word?
Scurry funge.
Scurry funge.
Scurry funge.
What did you say? It's not, I just got waxed.
Scurry. Your funge as well, scurry.
Oh, mama, you scurry
I'm
funge.
going to tell you. Is that your scurry funge?
No, it's fucking not.
It must be his.
You know, it's close to your own.
Must be his. Alright, so scurry funge is that mad quick dash you run around the house to get everything cleaned if you have unexpected guests or not enough time.
That is a fantastic word because scurry funge is also something that you can kindly do for your ADHD friend. Because, right, see if you phone up your ADHD mate and you doesn't matter, right? Just ring them up and say, hiya, I'm going to be calling round in 20 minutes, right? Their house, they're probably sitting there in like a paralysis of I have too much to do, and there's wee things that need to be done that haven't been done, and if you just phone them, they're gonna power clean that house. Their toilet is gonna be clean. It's gonna be completely clean, and then they're gonna phone you an hour later and be like, "Where the fuck are you?" And you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not coming right now."
You just needed to clean that tip
And then
of the
they're
house.
going to be delighted because A, they didn't want you to call her out in the first place, and B, now their house is all clean. Because it just takes that hit of dopamine, that pressure to do it, to
That's
get
true.
it done.
Yes,
you know?
you need an excuse.
So scurry funge. So I'm just going to have a quick scurry funge around here.
Run around the house. So I feel like that. So yes, we've got a little bit of like metaphorical scurry funging to do because
Yes.
we've got to quickly tidy up the house.
Yes. Yes.
Of things
And
we need to talk about, which
Yes.
is cue, Sean.
cue Sean.
Okay, so there's a song on the radio at the minute called Some Days by D.O.D., Jazzy, and Sonny Fedora. I'll start singing it and then you tell me if you
No.
recognize it from the radio, right? So it goes like, some days I want to sail away when the going gets tough. Don't give up.
This sounds
Keep
familiar.
it moving on, yeah. Keep it moving
Moving on, yeah. Yes.
Keep it
Is it
moving.
an AI song? Because it feels like it has taken like lyrics from every song over the
Doesn't
world.
Like, I feel
it
like
sounds like
move
a
in.
song from back in
Yep.
the dancey trancy
feels
days.
like they've
Keep
sampled
on
something
moving
that doesn't
on,
exist.
yeah. Keep
Yes.
on moving on,
But right,
yeah.
so I needed to talk about this with people who have sufficient amount of
space for it.
ADHD. So I've been holding space for these lyrics.
Right?
I love you.
And the reason for that is because I can't. It annoys me when it comes on, not because it's a bad song. I think it's a decent song. But the problem I have with it is that I keep thinking in my head it's just saying Anya, like the name.
Keep on moving on, yeah. Keep on.
Who
Stop
said she's
it!
not?
Who said she's not?
So I feel like she's like from here.
Keep on moving on, yeah.
Come on,
Imagine
Anya.
your name was Anya. That would be your workout song.
We have a drag queen in Belfast called Anya Backs. Very, very good.
Oh my god. There you go.
On your back.
Two best drag names in Belfast. Anya Backs, Back of Boots.
Back of boots. Backy boots.
Two.
Do you know what? Will you grab me my phone? Because Johnny
Two of the
sends
best.
me random misheard song lyrics and I fucking love it. Like, you know, where you're like, he has some crackers.
And while you're looking for that, we'll have to give a mention to Bronagh's performance last night.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's
You
right. Yeah.
entrance.
I was in trance. Only love can set you free.
What did Andrew said you were?
He kept calling me like Lily Carana or something, or like Anna. And
Kelly Lorena.
I was Kelly Lorena.
Lorena. He didn't know.
He was calling me like Lily Lorena, and I was like,
Andrew's
it's
a
literally written in front of you. Just read it out.
A wee bit like a granda. Do you know who like just gets things a wee bit
Yeah.
wrong?
It's like that thing of John Travolta, no, like
Oh, aye.
Adina Menzel. I was like,
Adele Menzine.
disease.
Did you see though that she got her own back on him because she was introducing him on stage and she goes, "My very good friend Juan Guggelheimer," or something like that.
That's
love
good
that.
crack. That's
There was
good
this
crack.
guy actually.
Holding
I
space
just
for
got
that.
like a memoir and volunteer of another dicky thing that I have done. And I don't even know if I was drinking at the time, but there was this guy.
I can't even blame it on the
I
drink.
don't even know if I can blame it on the drink. There was this guy come up to us on the dance floor, and he was like one of those, you know, like I'm a slightly younger type. Like he's older, but he's not.
I'm 37.
He's not as old as the rest of the old ones, but he's not as young as all the young ones.
As the girl she's actually talking to.
As the girls he's talking to.
He's
yeah.
old enough to be. He's old enough to be not maybe your dad, but a young uncle.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going for.
It's still inappropriate,
But
he thinks he can get
so
away
he was
with.
giving it all this, and he was dancing, and I don't know, I think it was something, and the Grease Megamix come on, he went, "What do you think, girls? Am I a bit John Travolta?" And I went, "John Revolting." And it was only a wee throwaway comment, but he took it thick, like he was raging. You seen the look in
He
his face,
is no crack because that
He's
is a
zero
zinger.
crack.
That is a zinger.
Exactly. Like I thought it was funny, and my mate laughed and all, and then he was just like,
That is a
yes.
zinger. He took himself too seriously.
"Yeah." I was just like,
I was telling Luke the other day that because we were talking about going to this quiz here, right? And I was like, "Do you go to many quizzes?" We were talking like back and forth, like, so like, I went to this one at this bar one time, blah blah blah. And I says, he was like, "Have you ever won one?" And I was like, "I came joined first in one, right?" And he's like, "Where was it?" I was like, "Rand's bar." Me and Nicole just went in for a wee drink, and a quiz was starting, and it was a Rick and Morty quiz. And I do like Rick and Morty, right? But like I didn't go for the quiz, but it was on.
And you're like, I may as well.
And we're like, "Oh, sure, we may as well join." And like
Sure, why not?
all
Sure,
the
why
other,
not?
Why don't you?
and
May
he
as
was
well.
So as you should.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Treat yourself.
You deserve it.
You only live once.
Aye. How do you like it, Sean? How do you like it?
Bastard.
Sure, may as well. Sure, we'll be crazy.
Sure, weren't you there anyway?
Aye, yeah.
Sure, what else would you be doing?
Sure, we're free spirits. We are. YOLO.
Doesn't that get you out?
Aye.
Something different for you.
This is food for my soul. Proceed.
And Luke was like, "I don't want to imagine the type of people that go to a Rick and Morty quiz."
Oh my god.
Fair.
And and so it got us on. Like,
Was it all incels?
So yes, but like
In a word, yes.
I was going to try and like describe it further there.
Yeah.
That sums it up. Like,
Yeah.
but so he was going, what was the prize? An afternoon tea in somewhere that isn't your ma's house.
I nearly went back on the train.
And, I think, no, what was the second prize? And he says, what was first prize? And I says, a life.
Oh my God, this is Sean. That's why it was joined first, because it was like, he's going to be your friend now.
He's gonna hang out.
That's one.
You weren't joined first. You were the prize.
You were the prize.
You were a mate.
You didn't realise it, yeah.
I'll keep going round his house as I got there. Aye. Our Stevie has a wee mate now.
Where was us all thinking he was a fucking psychopath?
Hey, Tucker. They've gone to the bowling. They've gone to the bowling.
Turns out all them images of him like talking about wanting to stab women, that was just a wee phase.
That was wee phase. He's not doing that.
He just needed a wee mate.
He just
needed
needed
a wee friend.
Do you know what?
I'm not waiting on a lady. I'm just waiting on a friend.
I don't need a lover. I just want a friend. I think that probably is the
There's
answer.
so many incels.
I'm out of love.
And
Set
selling
me
jokes.
Free. Get me out this house, mommy. But here, do you know what I laughed at actually? There's a thing, Paddy Raff put it up, and Elton John's doing this song, and he says, why does Elton John sound like he's shouting Betty in a Belfast accent? Right? Have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
And now I'm like, why, what is he actually singing? Betty! Betty!
He's saying Benny.
Is he?
Oh, Benny.
It's Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets.
Oh, I thought he was saying Betty.
Betty.
I thought
Benny!
You're talking about Belfast accent. We went to Chippy in Belfast. I'm not going to say it out loud because they don't sponsor us.
Yes.
You want a shout out? You give us the coins.
Yeah.
Please.
Are you
Please.
Please, Chippy, don't do it, or we'll batter you.
Or will body you.
Anyway,
Assault and
terrible.
battery.
I was terrible. Oh, that's great. That's a great. I wanted to open one at the, you know where the thing is at the top of Finicky, and call it Salt and Finicky.
Be good.
Would have been good, but it's not. It's not. I don't have any aspirations.
I wouldn't want to Chippy. I'm not saying that out of like, oh, it's hard work and
It's
I don't
fucking
have it
hard
in me.
work.
And I
Yeah.
don't have it in me. But we went, and I went with my day job where I'm a support worker, and I brought my service user, and whenever she was paying for her wee meal, and the one was like, and that'll be such and such and such for love now, and she was very, very, very real, very screechy Belfast.
Yeah.
And she came out and she was like, she was very cheeky to me in there, and I was like, no, love, what do you hear?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way. There's some Belfast women just talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how they talk to their friends. Like, you need to kind of not be.
Yeah.
Don't get hung up on this.
But I suppose that is a difficult one because the facial. Did you see the parody of the woman talking about the Christmas chip?
Oh, I haven't seen the parody. I've seen the original
She's
thing.
doing it by rote, but see the girl that parodied it. I'm really impressed. I think she's from England, and she got the face. It's the eyes and all.
Or,
It's like,
no, it's not. It was Kaylee Trapp, wasn't it?
oh, was it? Yeah, where's she from?
She's from Monaghan. Jesus Christ.
Oh, she's from Monaghan. Well, still fair dues. But it was like, do you know the way she was reading it off? And it was like, Christmas chip is.
You got your chips,
your
your
chips,
cocktail
your turkey, your cocktail sausages, your peppered sauce, your gravy. Some people do take peppered sauce, but that's not the norm. Then you have your Christmas baguette, which is the baguette. My son, I was actually in Tenerife. She says it dead politely. She was like, I was actually in Tenerife at the end of August, and my son rang me and said, can I put these chips on, Mummy? And I said, no. Not going on yet, but the flu out. People are coming from everywhere. Newton Ards, Saintfield, Lisburn, everywhere.
All the big hot spots.
Everywhere. People are flying. Like, it's not like Kim Kardashian flying over
New
from
York,
New York.
London, Paris,
Milan.
Cullybecky.
Ardglass.
Yeah.
5 Mile town.
That's like, what's it, packing? What's on the side of the Trotters van?
Oh.
It's like,
Peckham.
it's like Paris, New York, Peckham or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to put your own.
It's like that. But yes, but I have to say though, Have you had a Christmas
I
chip?
love it. I had
They
a
are
Christmas chip.
to die for.
I am going to do a wee shout out to this place because it's a wee tiny place, and it's in the probably, I don't know, maybe be listening, maybe not be listening. Deja Brew in the tiny village of Doak.
Oh,
Okie
doke.
Okie dokey, Oakley dokely, pig and a pokely. And he, which is sort of in Ballyclare.
What's it called again?
Deja Brew.
I love it.
So it's a lovely
I
coffee
like a good
shop.
play on
And
words.
they've put
The
their
very
cookies-
fact that I had to ask what's it called again. Deja Brew.
Deja Brew. I'm having Deja Brew.
Yeah.
But they do a lovely Christmas chip. And there's a place actually just off. What do you call it? If you go, if you're coming off the M2 and instead of going to the left to go into the town, you go off to it's Divis Street.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Right.
go up Divis Street and then you go and it's like a wee chip shop.
I know we were talking about it's Barnes's. No.
No, are you
Max.
talking about
Pasties.
Hutch?
Max Hot Food or
All right.
Max
Oh.
Hot Food. It's wee cafe. And a lovely gravy chip. With
Do you know
lovely
what
curry
the-
chip.
usually
Lovely
the
Christmas
rule of
chip in
thumb
there.
is the more that it looks like you're at risk of diphtheria or tetanus, the nicer the chips are. Like that.
Here.
That's typically the way.
I recently had an encounter with some toxic curry.
What?
Right, so we had this might upset you as well. Actually, because we had our 1620 audio Christmas do last Thursday.
We'll just go.
We
I'm sorry, hold on. Before we get to this, the crux of the matter, who went to the 1620 audio Christmas do?
it was me, Luke, and
Okay.
Samuel, our Slovakian intern.
Okay. So it was just the three of you.
It's just a phrase. It wasn't much
That's
of a
okay.
thing.
You're a fucking lucky man. If you'd invited Jazzy or
Jasmine,
anybody
Sierra,
else,
or Luke or anything like that there.
there'd have been
Blood and snotters up that wall.
They would have been fucking everywhere. Because I am organising a Word Up Christmas do, no joke, and it's going to be in January, obviously, because we're on the wrong side of Christmas. But Kurt was saying,
We're
and
in
he
the
was
mouth
like,
of Christmas.
was like, I'm going to take everyone for dinner, and we're just going to have like a lovely night out with all our spices and stuff. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So there was no
your
mob blood, there
spices.
was no Jerry laughs involved. It was just
Right.
a platonic.
I
you
hope
know,
that nobody
producers.
laughed once and that the dinner was rotten.
It was real dear.
We didn't even go for dinner,
Did
right?
you
So
It was Christmas don't.
we
Just don't bother.
went to the Hawthorne bar for
That's
a
an
couple of
experience
pints.
for Samuel.
Yeah, it was an experience for
You have
Samuel.
to come
'cause
out to turn round, by the way, for anybody who's not familiar with the Hawthorne bar. It's like the height of this table.
it's
wee
it's just a
bar.
wee house.
It is the smallest bar, actually, in Belfast, isn't it?
It might be.
It's somebody's living room.
And
And when I say somebody's living room, it's a living room in Beachmount. Like, or
Actual living room.
yeah.
it's tiny.
And like we went in, and the first thing, like literal seconds after we walked in, it was just like a girl like tapped Samuel on the back and go, "God, you're awful tall." Like, can I get a photo with you?
Did you?
Yeah.
Tallest man she's ever seen. Everyone I know has
And
no
where is
sunlight.
the
Has been
Hawthorne?
reared on spuds.
Where is the Hawthorne located? Lilliput? What the fuck is going on?
And her husband was like, "Sorry, son, she does this all the time.
She does this all the time. Nice to meet you. I'm the
She
head of the
loves-
Lollipop Guild.
loves my
Nice to
call.
meet you.
She loves my tall people."
Can I
Does
tell you
this all the
something
time.
though? See, because I'm 5 foot nothing, like literally 5 foot on the button. And I've been listening, obviously recently my mood hasn't been the most cheerful. So I've been, to cheer myself up, listening to this this audiobook by a woman who knew Ted Bundy called The Stranger Beside
Oh,
Me.
cheery.
She actually worked with him in the suicide hotline. And so
He
she,
was like, go ahead.
yeah, that's what I thought. How many people did he inadvertently
Go
kill?
on. Do it. Sure, why not? She may as well.
Here, don't be doing it. That's a waste. I'll come around and help you. Do you know what I mean? But
Fuck,
anyway,
that'd be an awful
see, whenever
waste.
she's describing women
do
in
you
it,
live?
though, right? I started maybe the first one. I was like, okay, right, and then the second one, I was like, heightest much. She was like, this woman was so small. She was so petite, at only 5'4" tall.
How
and
tall
I
was
was like,
she?
she's taller than me. And then it was like, this woman was a tiny little woman at 5'2" tall. And I'm standing there, not a fucking inch above
Aghast.
5,
She
going,
was standing there in her sock soles.
I know I'm a but it really did happen a lot. And I was like, I'm never going to America because I'm really short. And everybody's going to laugh at me over there.
About all these Amazonians.
Oh, these, yes,
Yeah.
this big statuesque Americans.
Here,
Yeah, but I'm used to people being tall. So that if you could be an average height person and I'll be like,
See, I have the
tall
opposite
person.
sort of like experience of the world, whereas because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
6'3",
Yeah.
like everybody's shorter than me.
yes, so it's
Do you know what I
not
mean? So
like,
it's not like it's me.
Yeah.
So the world is either me,
uh-huh.
taller, or shorter.
Yeah.
There's no like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I feel sorry
fair.
for those real tall women who are obsessed with men's heights.
Yeah.
You know, because they're like, what height are you on Tinder and all? And I'm like, why do you give a fuck what height? As long as he's not shorter than me, and you can't be shorter than me. Do you know what I mean? So I've never
But you
really
can,
had.
like,
Oh.
Our
You can.
we've 2 minutes to get down to our.
We have
so we'll
2
have
minutes to
send.
get down to our Christmas quiz. So we're just going to get down to business here. Let's get down to business.
it's good.
After the Christmas break, our little hiatus, Sean's going to compile a little best of this year for us because we're celebrating. But also, I think you're going to really love Word Up in 2025 because
Big plans.
we have big plans. We're going to structure it. We're going to have little
As
seg-
much as we
as much as we
can.
can. We're not going to be as fly away. We're
Let's
going
not
to
over promise and under
well,
deliver.
not but yeah, but just put it this way: it's going to be so much better in terms of like accessibility and how it's going to be laid out and things like that. Because now we know what you guys kind of want,
Yes.
and what we're doing with it, and we just want to say thank you so much.
Could I do a quick shout out to
Everyone.
Ashley Kelso, who she's a friend of ours and she's always listens to the podcast and she's always sending me wee messages to go, that was brilliant, that was a belter, and
Yeah.
it's her birthday today,
Oh,
which is
happy birthday!
Thursday today,
Right?
but
This will be out on Saturday.
this will be out on Saturday.
will
So
be
happy
out.
birthday belated happy birthday.
This will be out on Saturday. And just a few quick ones. Thank you so much to everybody that was on the Patreon, that their well wishes and for all of your nice words when Pops passed away. I am so bloody grateful. Like, it just really did make a big
Makes it
difference
real.
to me. Yeah. So, like, you know who you are, but like, we have Dave, Johnny, Brendan. We have our good friend in America who we love so much. He is an
Frank.
absolute dope, Frank. We have all
Edwina,
our
Saoirse.
ladies, Edwina, Saoirse. Honestly, even
Frog
if
and
I,
Plain.
if I haven't
Welcome.
read your name out, do not think that we don't see you, because
do.
we actually do. And Funtime Bobby as well.
Funtime Bobby. Yeah.
Funtime Bobby, yeah, we do. I do try to read. So what we're going to do is I'm going to post like a load of wee things up that you wouldn't normally get. I'm going to post last year's Stars in Their Eyes so that you can have that, because that's not accessible. You can watch that if you want to, a really good production of it. And I'll put up clips from this year's Stars in Their Eyes. I'll keep you all updated on stuff. We'll post little things over the Christmas holidays, little highs and whatever else. And we're going to just really boost up our wee community in the Patreon, because you know what? You've really helped me. So thank you so much. And whatever you're doing this year, have a good one. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't beat the kids too hard. And just have an absolute ball. Remember, Christmas is typically just another day. So if you're feeling a wee bit sad, turn on Gladiators or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just watch something that it doesn't even have to be Christmassy. Better yet, watch The Bucket List with Morgan Freeman in it. And
Or Man on the Inside, Teen Dancing.
oh, that's meant to be brilliant.
Netflix. It's just lovely.
Yes,
It's
right.
just lovely.
So, yep, keep us updated. Contact us on Patreon if you're missing us or you just want to have a wee yarn or a laugh, and we'll love you loads. Happy Christmas.
Merry
Nola
Christmas.
Connor. Mwah.